Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is just the reality of messed up stuff, man. So, what this is that Candace Owens has released the Charlie Kirk Israel messages, at least from what we've seen here, to where he did abandon Israel. And I think that our entire country should abandon Israel to what they're trying to do with TikTok and all this other stuff. But that being said, um, it's a problem. I think Israel is a threat to our country. I'm not saying that Israel is the one that assassinated Charlie Kirk, but it's not looking like it's. It doesn't look like Israel is really an ally to the U.S. at the very least. So without further ado, let's get to the end of this. We have this here from Lute Rudakowski saying 24 hours before the assassination, Kirk or Charlie told multiple people, "I think they're going to end me," and this is what they have to say.
One more thing rather explosively. 3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, "I think they're going to kill me." Okay. He did not express that to me. So I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. Now, again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am doing and feeling the energy that is rising across the world for people who want to know what the heck happened on 9/10, that, they will be brave and they will say, yeah, Charlie did the day before he died think that he was going to be killed, and maybe tell us, who is they? Well, for once and for all, who is they? Who is the they that he thought were going to kill him? Now, to answer.
Yeah, so we have that there. Now, I am not a huge fan of Candace Owens by any means. I don't like this woman. I think she spreads a lot of insanity and stupidity. But again, what she's sitting here is not necessarily an incorrect thing. We have this here from Will Sommer saying Candace Owens has released a text message exchange she claims proves Charlie Kirk 2 days before his murder, complaining about Jewish donors pressuring him over Israel, with Kirk allegedly saying Jewish donors playing into all the stereotypes. Now, it says here, just lost another Jewish donor, $2 million a year, because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Now, what that means is that he's talking about Tucker Carlson. If people don't know, I'm pretty sure if anybody is watching my channel knows who Tucker Carlson is. All right, so I don't think I have to explain too much here. We have this here where another person replies with "ugh." Charlie Kirk goes on to say again, Jewish donors play into all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. He goes on to say, please, now the guy that replies to Charlie says, please don't invite Candace. That might feel good short term, but it's not good long term, in my opinion. Like all groups, you're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God puts out on us makes life frustrating at times. After the dust settles a bit, and that's all that we have here. It says here, Candace Owens has also put a text message she claims proves her point that Charlie Kirk, now seen as a major Christian evangelical figure after his assassination, was in fact nearing Catholic conversion. It says, update, we should chat soon. Catholicism is looking better and better. And you see this where Judeo-Christian is looking like it's going on the rise. So, yeah. Now, I'm not saying that this is confirmation of Israel actually did this. And before I get more into that, I'm going to show more from Charlie Kirk's executive producer, which was released. I think I am reporting on this is by Chris Menahan. It says Charlie Kirk's executive producer Andrew Kovet confirms the texts leaked by Candace Owens are legit. That was a screen grab that I had shared. So without further ado, let's go with this. We're not going to watch the full thing here, guys. We're probably going to watch maybe a minute or two. But I just kind of wanted to show that this was actually confirmed by one of the people closest to Charlie.
Started this show to address some of the things that have been going around on public, namely about a group text chain that has been made known and released by Candace Owens. And I just want to address it head on because, that was a a screen grab that I had shared with people. So it is authentic. And I want to go into it because I actually am really excited that the truth is out there. I first want to say the reason I didn't share that screen grab publicly is because it was a private exchange, and I felt like it didn't necessarily comport with things that were already public. I wanted to not betray my friends' trust in that way. But I did share it with some people in government because it happened really quick. It was, it took 33 hours for authorities to get their suspect. And in those first moments, we wanted no stone unturned. We wanted to leave nothing unturned. So I shared it with a few people. Don't know where it went from there, apparently. But here we are. So one of the reasons.
So you guys get the gist of it, right? So it is confirmed by the executive producer of Andrew Covet, and he's being seen, at least very recently, as on the Tim Cass and Candace RL show. So we all know that he has very strong and very close to Charlie Kirk. So him coming out and saying this is pretty huge. Again, this doesn't mean that Israel did this, all right? And trust me, you're gonna find me being the very least sympathetic or agreeing with Israel, all right? If it was me and me being president, I would instantly stop being an alliance to Israel, and I would stop funding Israel, and I would try to remove APOC from our country entirely, and then ban TikTok because Israel also has control of TikTok. All right, so I would not. I am not the best fan of Israel, but this does not mean that Israel went out and assassinated Charlie Kirk. As requested, here's why Candace Owens isn't posting the whole conversation, and obviously this guy looks like he's Jewish, all right? Because one day after Charlie was leaving the pro-Israel cause, he was huddling with coworkers about effective pro-Israel messaging. Charlie loved America and loved Israel, stopped defiling his corpse. So that's what we have here. It says here, I spoke to Charlie Kirk about Israel the night before his death, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, you can support certain things about Israel, what have you. Again, I'm going to address what I think here, right? I don't think that Israel necessarily did it. Now, am I going to put money on it? Hell no. There is no way I'm going to put money on that. I'm going to say that a very radicalist person did this until I can find out actual proof that Israel did do this. But it does show that Charlie Kirk was at the very least leaving Israel or wanting to abandon Israel in this kind of regard. And of course, a Jewish guy is trying to defend it because that's what they do. And here's the thing, all right? I don't have a problem necessarily with Jewish people as a whole. I have a massive problem with their government. And anybody that is part of APOC, I have a massive problem with because they have massive influence in the United States and they shouldn't have any influence on the United States. As I said here, I'm not a fan of Israel. And I really want Israel out of our country. I want Israel to not be a strong influencer within our country. We had it where Netanyahu was straight out going to say that he wanted to influence America and go after X to try to see what they can do here, right? So, I mean, this is not something that I am a fan of Israel whatsoever, and I would much rather them just be gone. And I think at this point now, it looks like it's going to be less. I said like a year, 2 years. I think it's probably going to be less than that. At least, very least, less than 2 years. Because the more that we're seeing that's coming from Israel and what they've been saying, I mean, there's already been a rise in majority of the country, both Democratic and Republican, not liking Israel and the influence that they have. I don't suspect Israel to have very strong influence within our country very much longer because they are a dangerous. They are anti-American, is what I would say. Now, obviously, they won't go out and say that because that would not help their cause. But obviously them buying TikTok and, censoring certain things already and not already want bad things talked about Jews, etc. It's already crazy. You cannot just censor Americans like this. We need to be able to criticize Jews every walk of life, whether they're black, Asian, Asian, Jewish, etc. I don't care what race you are. We should be able to criticize you and talk about some of the things that are happening. And the Jewish people, or rather Israel doing it, the Israel government doing this, is a huge problem. If you guys want to destroy Gaza, be my guest. I'm not going to stop you. I don't think what you're doing in Gaza is necessarily the correct way. Nonetheless, I am not a person that is pro-Gaza at all. I'm not a person that is pro-Israel. I just do not want Israel in our country anymore. I don't want us helping any country right now. I want our country to help American citizens. Like, is that so hard to ask? Like, I don't see, like, how we can just be like, oh, let's give billions of dollars to Israel. Like, why should we? They already showing that they don't like us, or at the very least want to influence or manipulate Americans at this point. There's no point in supporting them. And after these text messages being released, it's showing that Israel wants to have only Israel things said. And I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it, and I just want Israel gone from our country. Full stop. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Your voice will not be shut out. I think we need to hire an investigation on what's going on, and if any Jewish person is in fact due to the cause to Charlie Kirk's assassination, they should be also executed along with the shooter. So there you go. I mean, this is not me being racist towards Jews. This is just me literally just saying, if we have people or Jewish or Israel being a part of the Charlie Kirk assassination, then they need to be taken out as well. Plain and simple. Because we can't be playing these games. We can't be having Israel having full control, influence over our country like this. It's insanity and it needs to stop. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.